The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today I'm on a new boat from Regal Boats, the 23 OBX. It's got more interior space and mechanically, it's easier to maintain. How? Because Regal took a page from 20 years ago and went back to outboard power. Join me today as I do a full features review and sea trial of the 23 OBX from Regal. Now immediately, a noteworthy feature that we're seeing even with the outboard power is that we still have plenty of space on this stern to give us a nice beautiful transom patio that we typically see only with stern drives. Notice how we have complete walk-around capability at the swim platform. The two side platforms come out 3 feet and they're both 2 feet wide. And we also have a freshwater shower. Room for 4 all the way across the transom, and notice how it's curved at the edges so we can even sit well into the corners. Storage under the seats includes a dedicated space for the 20-quart carry-on cooler, plus we have battery and battery switch access. To both sides we have a pair of stainless steel drink holders. One of them serves double duty as rod holder. Regal did a nice job of allowing entry into the cockpit area with this flip-up seat back. Once inside, drop it back down. We can have a filler cushion go into this position so that we can have wraparound seating that also includes this flip seat back, bringing the seats all the way forward. With the inclusion of the optional teak pedestal table, we have a dining area and snack area. There's plenty of storage underneath the cockpit seats, including a cavernous storage area to the stern because we don't have a sterndrive engine in here anymore, and even dedicated space for a 36-quart cooler. An optional ski tow pylon can go in this position that will bring the tow line up over the engine. Plus, we've got an elevated tow point 6 feet 9 inches above the deck. The tower is optional. It includes a bimini top fore and aft, and it's also a power tower. Comes down at the touch of a button, and notice how even in the lowered position, we can still operate the boat from the helm so we can maneuver under low bridges. The port console is a large storage compartment that can be fitted with an optional porta potty. Between the consoles is a roomy sole storage compartment. Now's a good time to bring up the Regal quality that we're seeing throughout. The stainless steel accents over the stern cleats. The 32-ounce upholstery with a 10mm top coat for UV and stain resistance. And notice it's all double stitched and backed. And notice we have multiple tones and custom embroidery. Optional seagrass carpeting with padding on the back. There are stainless steel drink holders to both sides, grab handle, and Fusion Marine speakers. As expected, the bow area can be closed off from the cockpit for operating on those chilly mornings. At the bow, typical of a deck boat that carries the 8-foot 6-inch beam further forward, now we have 6 feet between the bolsters at the rear, 4 feet 8 inches at the bow. With the addition of a pedestal table, we've got a great Alfresco dining area. And I appreciate the thoughtful touch of making a non-skid section at the bow, so we have another boarding area. Plenty of storage solutions to both port and starboard. Courtesy lights keep the good times going well after the sun goes down. Fully forward, we have a non-skid deck with a hatch in the middle. Lift and lock latch releases it, and notice there's a handle in the middle for when we deploy the swim ladder. With the hatch in the open position, it lays flush against the deck so that there's no pressure on the hinges. Also, we have an anchor locker underneath the reboarding ladder, and just to the side we have an electrical connection for the integrated trailer lights. The helm features dark tones, vinyl wrapped and vinyl wrapped wheel, rocker switches to both port and starboard, Fusion stereo, standard depth gauge, GPS map 7607, and fuel gauge. The wheel is mounted to a tilt base and connected to Seastar hydraulic steering. Now, the GPS map 7607 is standard on this boat, mostly because not only do we have the mapping, we have integration with the engine gauges. Small cubby over to the right-hand side includes a 12-volt accessory plug. The windshield is a full wraparound with zero distortion at the edges. To the right side of the helm seat, storage area and stainless steel drink holder. The helm seat is wraparound bucket style with a flip-up bolster, and notice how the back is open to provide ventilation.
So let's get underway and see how she performs with this new power package. The Regal 23 OBX has a length overall of 23 feet 2 inches, a beam of 8 feet 6 inches, and a draft of 36 inches. With an empty weight of 3,900 pounds, 75% fuel, and 2 people on board, we had an estimated test weight of 4,649 pounds. With the single 250 horsepower Yamaha 4-stroke outboard turning a 20T propeller, we reached a top speed just a hair shy of 50 miles per hour at 5,700 RPM. Best economic cruise came in at 3,500 RPM and 23.9 miles per hour. At that speed, we were burning 7.3 gallons per hour, which gave us a range of 217 miles, all while still holding back a 10% reserve of the boat's 73-gallon total fuel capacity. With her stepped fast-track hull, the performance was characteristic Regal. Smooth feel, light touch, and just the right balance of tracking and slide in the turns to keep the ride comfortable. We noticed only a minimal chine walk when pushing the performance of the turns, but anything that could be described as normal showed none of that. Only minimal trim was used to bring the bow up to our cruising attitude, and lowering it before turns kept the prop ventilation from manifesting. Freeboard is 3 feet 5 inches at the bow and 3 feet at the stern.
Well, we've got a lot of interior functionality and the great characteristic handling that we've come to appreciate from Regal. And that is my full features walkthrough and performance review of the 23 OBX from Regal Boats. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.